as you can see, it's been a while, like most of us, since he's had his haircut. It's been well over a month. So we're gonna really clean this up good, especially around here. He does like to keep it a little on the longer side. So I'm gonna use scissors today. So the tools we're gonna use today are scissors, maybe texturizing scissors as well, maybe some clips, a water bottle, and trimmers. So we're gonna get started. So he likes to keep it on the longer side. So I'm gonna actually do a part this way. He likes it longer in the front. And then we're gonna blend it to the back. So I'm gonna go like this. Take some off here. And you're gonna cut as much or as little as the length that you want it. So if you want it longer, you're not gonna cut as much. If you want it shorter, obviously you're gonna take more. But I would encourage you to start with less. You can always take more. You can't put it back on. And just follow right along the guide. Scissors are very, very sharp, so please be careful. I've cut myself many, many times. Pulling it over to this side. Now, if your guy or your son likes to keep their hair shorter in the front, instead of doing this side by side like I just did, you can come around the front and pull it all up. Make a section like this, pull it all up, and cut it to the length that you want. If you want it shorter, you're gonna cut it down here. If you wanna keep it longer, obviously you're gonna pull it up higher. We like ours longer, so we're gonna leave it long. But just remember, the more you cut, you can't put it back on. So then I'm gonna come around to his side, take what I've already cut, lift it into the side, and just start bringing it around. Back to what I already cut. You can see there's a little guide there. Come down to around his ear. See the guides up here. I know, like I said in the other video, I make it look easy, but I've been doing it for a long time. The key, I do think, though, is to take less. You can always go back and take more. You're just going to keep moving right around to the back, looking for your previous hair that you cut. Try to stay working like this manner, working around the head this way. Don't worry about all the stuff that's still laying down around here. We're going to take care of that in the end. A little more water. And I know you're doing this at home, so it's not going to be perfect. The best haircuts are still getting it done at the salon, but this will at least try to hold you over until you're able to get back to your salon or your barber shop. Now all this here, I'm gonna actually do with the clippers because we already went over how to use the clippers, so it might be easier for you to try to do that. Normally, I would go in and use the scissors and cut along here, but that might be a little complicated, so I'm gonna actually use the trimmers, and we'll use the trimmers for this part here too. Oh, got our trimmers. Now this, because it's long, again, it's better to start longer and work your way up. You definitely don't want to go into way up into the hairline here. So you want to start down longer. You can see it has a little bit of a funny hairline, so this might be helpful or not. I'm going to start right here. Remember, like I said, wherever you put those trimmers, it's going to cut. Yeah, see, I already see I need to go up a little higher. I'm sure just getting the back of their neck cleaned up is, for most guys or boys, is going to feel good, getting all that extra long hair off. All right, coming around to the side or just brushing it down. You want to stay with the natural hairline. Remember, we're just getting the long stuff off. See his ear here, all that long stuff here behind the ear. Don't go up into it. You're just taking the long stuff off. Again, if you want to use the edge of the trimmers, it's probably a good idea. And again with the sideburn, Try to use the ear and the eye as the guide. But if it looks like it's going to be too high, start lower. You can always go up higher. Move the ear, comb that hair a little bit, use the angle part of it. Just go in and gently get those little loose ones out. Other side, same thing. Move that ear, going on an angle. Stay close to the ear. You can always take more. Alright, looking good. Now, last thing I'm going to do is, if you have these texturizing shears, you can always go back in around the ear. Put the comb under the hair. Go in and break up those ends. This is great, especially since we're not able to get to the salon for a little while. This will help keep the hair from growing in as thick around those areas until we can get to the salon or the barber shop. Do the same around the back on the bottom. Definitely looks much cleaner than it was. Well, that will hopefully get you through, at least you can get to the salon or the barber shop again. Thanks for watching, and I hope it was helpful.